Hello friends, welcome to this session on triangles. In the previous video, we discussed the RHS congruence rule. Today, as we move forward, we will discuss one more property of triangles, which is the SSS congruence rule. Friends, the name itself suggests that this rule of congruence is related to the sides of triangles. Look at the given triangles. Are these triangles congruent? Friends, the rules of congruence that we learned so far, such as SAS, ASA, AAS and RHS, have at least one angle in them. But in these triangles, no information is given about the angles. Only the length of the sides are given. So how can we check the congruence of these triangles? Friends, let us take a paper and by using the given length of the sides, let's construct a triangle. Here, in triangle ABC, let's consider BC as the base and draw a line of length 5 cm. Now, take the measurement of AC in a compass, which is 4 cm. Place it on point C and draw an arc. Now, take a measurement of 3 cm in a compass, place it on point B and draw another arc. The intersection point of these two is point A. Similarly, we will draw triangle PQR. Now cut the triangles and keep similar sides one on top of the other. You can see that these two triangles cover each other completely. This means the corresponding parts of these triangles are equal. That's why triangle ABC and triangle PQR are congruent. Here, two pairs of triangles are given. You can pause the video and repeat the activity to test if these triangles are congruent. Observe the first pair. The three sides of the first triangle are equal to the three sides of the other triangle. That's why they are covering each other completely. Therefore, these triangles are congruent. In the second pair, two sides of the triangles are equal. But the third side is not equal. They don't completely cover each other. That's why these two triangles are not congruent. So, we can say that for two triangles to be congruent, two sides being equal is not enough. Here, for triangles to be congruent, all three sides should be equal. We can write this conclusion in the form of a theorem. If three sides of one triangle are equal to the three sides of another triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. This is called the side-side-side or SSS congruence rule. So, if three sides of two triangles are equal, then they are congruent according to the SSS congruence rule. And we know that the corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. So, the corresponding angles will also be equal. That's it for today's session. Today, we discussed the side-side-side criterion or SSS congruence rule. See you in the next video. Thank you. Hello friends, welcome to this video on triangles. In the previous session, we discussed about the side-side-side criterion or the SSS congruence rule. Today, we will solve some questions based on it. Let's start with a question. In triangle DEF, point C is the midpoint of side DE and side EF is equal to side FD. Then, are triangle CEF and triangle CDF congruent? Friends, can you tell what type of triangle this is by looking at the figure? You may pause the video to think about the answer. Yes, friends, two sides of this triangle are equal. Therefore, this is an isosceles triangle. Observe the diagram carefully. In triangle DEF, point C is the midpoint of side DE. That's why side DC and side EC are equal. Now observe triangle CEF and triangle CDF. We are given that side EF is equal to side DF and CF is the common side. By looking at equations 1, 2 and 3, we can say that according to the side-side-side criterion or the SSS congruence rule, these two triangles are congruent because all three sides of these two triangles are equal. Now let's move to the next question. In the given figure, PQRS and PMRN are parallelograms. Point M and point N are midpoints of sides PQ and SR respectively. Show that triangle PSN is congruent to triangle RQM. Friends, it's given that PQRS is a parallelogram. Therefore, its opposite sides will be equal, which means side PQ and SR are equal and sides PS and QR are also equal. Point M is the midpoint of PQ. That's why we can write PQ like this. Point N is the midpoint of side SR. That's why we can write SR like this. As we saw, side PQ is equal to side SR. So these two will also be equal to each other. Now we got QM as equal to SN. And since PMRN is a parallelogram, its opposite sides will be equal. This means side PM is equal to side NR and side PN is equal to side MR. Friends, look carefully. Now we can say that in triangle PSN and triangle RQM, all three sides are equal. Side PS is equal to side RQ, side SN is equal to side QM, and side PN is equal to side RM. Therefore, these two triangles are congruent according to the SSS congruence rule. Friends, if we draw diagonal MN in PMRN by joining point M and point N, then will the formed triangles PMN and NRM be congruent? Pause the video and check your answer and try to reach the conclusion on your own. That's it for today's session. Today we solved some questions based on the side-side-side criterion or the SSS congruence rule. See you in the next video. Thank you. Hello friends, welcome to this video on triangles. In the previous session, we discussed about the side-side-side criterion or the SSS congruence rule. Today, we will discuss some facts related to this. Let's start with a question. By observing the diagram, answer which option is correct. Friends, look at the first option. In these two triangles, all the three sides are equal, but the corresponding sides are not equal. Side XY is equal to side LM, but side YZ is not equal to side MN, and side XZ is not equal to side LN. Corresponding sides are not equal, therefore, triangle XYZ and LMN are not congruent. So, this option is wrong. Now look at the second option. The triangles are same, only their names have been changed, because of which their corresponding sides are equal to each other now. So, we can say that triangle XZY and triangle MNL are congruent. Therefore, this option is correct. Look carefully. The vertices of these two triangles have 1-1 correspondence, according to which these triangles are congruent. We can write similar names for these triangles, which we can call congruent. For example, triangle ZXY is congruent to triangle NML. We can write more names like this. You may pause the video and try to write more names. That's it for today's session. Today we discussed some facts related to the side-side-side criteria SSS congruence rule. Let's meet in the next video. Thank you.